Hello everyone! Welcome to another fun video today. Today I have an adorable card to share with you. This is a pop-up Z-fold. So when you open it up like this, there's another panel inside and it all pops up like that. So you can see how fun it is when it stands. You can see all of these fun images all on your card. And it's kind of a unique way to kind of step up the traditional Z-fold card that I think we're all kind of used to. So we're going to make this card today. There's lots of coloring, lots of things to do, so we're going to jump right into it. But before we do, I just want to remind you, there are some huge things kicking off today. Today is the start of bonus days. So when you shop in my online store and you spend $50, you will receive an email with a coupon, a $5 coupon to use on an order in August. So that's really fun. And you can earn as many as you want. So if you spend $100, you can earn $10 in coupons, $150, you can earn $15 in coupons, and so on and so on. So there's no limit to how many you can earn. Also happening today, we are launching a ton of brand new online exclusives that you can shop for in my online store. You can check those out in my online store as well. So let's go ahead and get started on this. I turned off another light. I think it was causing too many shadows. So I hope that I'm going to just move one light, hopefully. I swear, every time I go to film a video, that's when it gets cloudy in Albuquerque. I'm like, why? But that's been the case for like the last 4 or 5 videos, which is just frustrating. But anyway, it is what it is. I have to film when I can. So we're going to make this adorable little card, and we are using the Sweet Peas stamp set. There are no dies or punches that go with this. The images I am fussy cutting, but if you don't want to fussy cut, you can stamp them directly onto the papers. But I love the look of them popped up. I actually made this card for a swap, so I actually cut out a ton. I just spent a whole evening just fussy cutting all these little pieces, but it's fine. I love fussy cutting, but if you don't love fussy cutting, maybe you just only make 1 or 2 of these and not 22 of them like I did. But this stamp set is so adorable. I love the sweet little greetings. Hello, Grumpy. Happy birthday. Just such cute little greetings in here, and the images are so sweet. So this is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to move that off to the side. Because we have so much to do, I've actually already done a lot of my stamping in advance. So hopefully this will just kind of cruise along on this video. But let's go ahead and get started with the basic card construction, okay, for our double, or not our double Z-fold, our pop-up Z-fold. So my card base is a standard size card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it at 4 1/4. I'm gonna grab my bone folder here. I've scored it at 4 1/4, and I have scored it at 2 1/8. So that is your standard Z-fold. You can do your Z-fold this way, you can do your Z-fold this way like we're gonna do it, but that's your standard Z-fold. It should make like a Z, okay? So that is that piece. Now to make our little pop-up piece, you're going to need another piece of Granny Apple Green, and this piece measures 4.5 by 1 1/4, and I have scored it at 1, 2, 3, and 4. So super easy scoring there, nothing fancy. All right, and you can do all of this on your paper trimmer. You don't have to get your Simply Scored out. You can if you want, but you can do it all on your paper trimmer. All right, now, so we've scored this, and this is going to make a box like this. So I'm going to put adhesive, strong adhesive on this tab right here. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. I want strong adhesive. So just on that little 1/2" tab, and we're just going to make a little box. And we're just going to make sure that this box folds flat kind of in all directions, okay? Give that a little burnish on that seam. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to do this with this is where we glued it together. That's where that little tab is. I'm going to put adhesive on, I'm going to lay it flat so that tab piece is in the middle. And I'm going to put adhesive on both of these panels. Okay. So you can really choose any 2 of the squares to put adhesive on. I like to do it with that seam in the middle because it gets tucked in and nobody sees it. Not that you can really see it. I mean, you really have to kind of take it apart to see it. So it really doesn't matter, but for my, the way I think, that's how I do it. So I have this folded. My 2 sticky pieces are to the left. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of line that up in the middle. I'm going to put this right next to the seam. 1 sticky side on bottom, 1 sticky side on top. I'm going to lay that down, and then I'm just going to close my card just like that. and then you're gonna have that little box pop up on the inside, just like that, okay? All right, let's grab a couple more pieces to finish the construction of our card here. So I have some peach pie, and this one measures 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and all of the measurements will be in the video description, so please don't worry about having to jot these down or write these down. Now for this one, I'm going to use liquid glue. You can also use tear and tape. It's going to be harder for me to get my tape runner in there. So, but what we're doing is we are just putting some adhesive right on this top square right here. So the square on the right side won't have any adhesive. So just on the top, and I'm just going to take my peach pie. I'm going to make sure that it's pushed up against the side here. And I'm just going to kind of lay that down, just kind of make sure that it's in the middle. And just fold that down and give that a really good burnish. And we're going to let that sit and dry. And you know what? I forgot to do my stamping. That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll do that in a minute. I'm going to wait till this dries though, before we try to do it. But make sure you do your stamping before you start your card assembly. Ugh, it's early, guys. I apologize. It's early. All right, let's get a few other pieces put together. I have a piece of Pretty in Pink, and this is 2.5 by 3.5. Before we stick this down to our card, I'm going to adhere this. This is just a little more than half of our Heartfelt Hexagon punch. You don't need the whole punch. You can even punch one and then cut them in half. And then you can use that for 2 cards. But I am just going to stick this on the back of our Pretty in Pink piece, just to give it a little bit of, you know, fun added dimension texture right there. And that's in Peach Pie. Then I have a piece of the Lily Pond Lane DSP. This is that cute duck DSP. And this piece of DSP, let me get the measurements of this, because this is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. All those measurements, again, remember, are in the video description. And we're going to stick this down to this very front panel right here. And I chose this Pretty in Pink pattern. If you don't have this DSP, there's lots of other DSPs that have Pretty in Pink DSP in it, so you can choose any of those. All right, now we're going to stick down our, where's my dimensionals? Hold, please. All right, we're gonna stick down this piece, and we're gonna stick on some dimensionals, but we wanna make sure that the dimensionals are only gonna be on the left side. So I'm just gonna stick 3 just right here on the left side. I think I'm just going to stick one more for good measure right here. I don't really think it needs it, but whatever. You don't want to put any adhesive beyond where it's going to be sitting on beyond this score line, because then you're going to glue your card shut. So I am going to just kind of line this up just like this. Perfect, just like that. So that is kind of the structure and the base of our pop-up Z-fold card. Isn't that fun? Okay, now let's get to stamping. We're actually going to start with the card base because I totally messed that up. I just have a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to take, I don't know why I have Old Olive out. I'm going to take Granny Apple Green. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think this was my first day stamping. I'm going to take Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take this fun little leaf image, and we're just going to go around the border of this. So I'm going to do this pretty carefully. If you stamp before you start adhering things together, it's a lot easier. But I'm just going to go around the edge here, and I'm just kind of alternating the way my stamp faces, the direction of it. But we're just adding some fun little texture just along the outside border here. And try to get that there. We'll just make our way around. You'd be a lot less careful if you do this before. So do as I say, not as I do. I think we're good though. Perfect. I think we managed to pull it off. So there's all of our stamping. Very fun, right? So we still have our fun. Everything's still intact. We're still good. All right. Before I close this up, let's stamp our greeting. So I have 2 pieces of basic white. Let me move this out of the way. I have 2 pieces of basic white. One is for the front panel. That's going to be this one. I've already stamped the little leaves on them with Memento. This piece is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I have this piece. This one goes on the inside like this. And this piece is a 2.5 by 3.5. Now, if you weren't gonna fussy cut your little piece here, you may have to redo the design just a little bit because the little stems would overlap where the peas are supposed to go. So just keep that in mind if you don't want to fussy cut. I think the fussy cutting is so cute. It adds so much. Okay, let me, one second. Okay, so I have the happy birthday, and we're going to stamp that also in Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to do that right on the top of here, the top right corner. And that's it for the stamping for today, because we already did all of our other stamping. And let me show you what else we've stamped too. I've already stamped the 2 little peas that we need. We have the 2 little happy birthday peas that I've already stamped. We're going to color those. Let's go ahead and start with our leaves though. The leaves I'm going to color in Lemon Lime Twist. And I'm going to start with my dark. And I'm just going to do all 4 of these leaves all at the same time. So my dark is just going to go kind of on the base of the stem. And I'm just going to quickly just add some color on those. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see the coloring a little bit better. So I'm just doing the dark just along the base of all those leaves. This is Lemon Lime Twist again. I'm not being super neat with these. It's all gonna get blended together, so don't worry about being super precise or neat with this. And you can always go back and add some more dark if you want to, if you want some more of that contrast. All right, I'm gonna take my light and I'm gonna use my brush tip because that goes a little bit quicker. And I'm just gonna fill in the rest of these leaves and just making sure to blend over those leaves. And I'm gonna have to switch to my other tip. I can already tell these little tiny leaves I'm not gonna do well with those brush tips. Do you prefer the brush tip or the fine tip? Let me know in the comments. I typically go to the fine tip when I color with my Stampin' Blends, but I've been pulling out the brush tip more and more lately. I don't know why. I've just, I alternate between them. I don't think it matters too much. Oh, you're gonna hear my clock go off. Sorry, guys. All right, I am gonna go back in with the dark just a little bit. It's still a little bit wet, so we won't have to do too much blending. It'll just kind of blend itself out. So here we go. I didn't think I needed to close my craft room door when I was doing this video. I forgot about my clock going off. Okay, so that was Lemon Lime Twist, and our leaves are now done. There we go. So cute, right? All right, now let's move on to our sweet little peas, and I'm going to start with their hats because they are tiny little hats. So I have dark peach pie and dark pretty and pink. We're not going to do any blending with these because it is too small of an area on their hats to do any blending. So I'm just going to color every other stripe with pretty and pink, and then I'll go in and fill in the other stripes with the peach pie. So that's one. And I like to do this part first because it's such a small little space. And you can do this with any colors. I mean, if you can make them match the color of your card. Aren't their little hats so cute? Super cute. All right, now for our little peas, we are going to color them in Granny Apple Green. And I'm gonna need my old olive blends too. I forgot about that. All right, so let's start with our peas. I'm gonna start with my dark. Which one's my dark? This one's my dark. And my Granny Apple Green, I had to order new Stampin' Blends because, like I said, I did these for a swap, and I used a ton of this green. So I had to order some more Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blends. So hopefully, especially with my light, I'll have enough to finish this one. So I'm taking my dark and I'm just kind of coloring in kind of a C shape. I'm coloring that top pea, and then I'll just go in with the light and some circular motions. We'll just kind of blend that out, and then we'll just finish coloring it. So we want it kind of to be a little bit darker on the left side. So something like that. Super cute. Okay, now let's do our little bottom peas. Now for these guys, we're gonna add just a little bit of dark. We're not gonna add too much dark, but a little bit of dark kind of where the hat is overlapping his face. We're gonna do some dark where its hat is on his head a little, and then kind of over here where the other guy is overlapping him. And then we'll just do a little bit on the left side for this guy. All right, and then we'll just go in and we'll color these again. Just kind of blending those darker lines out. And just be careful with this guy around his teeth. You don't want him to have green teeth. Just go real slow around these. These are tiny little images, so take your time. They are so fun to color though because they are so cute. So this set is in our annual catalog, or you can find it in the online store if you're looking for this sweet little set. It's a fun little set. Okay, there's our little peas. So that's it for Granny Apple Green. Now for the little pea pod that they're in, we're gonna use Old Olive. I'm gonna start with my dark, and I'm gonna do the little stem part. I hope that's what you call it. I don't really know. We're gonna do that in dark. And then I'm just gonna take my dark and just lightly outline where they're kind of popping out. Just go around, just try not to go over that Granny Apple Green. But I wanted a distinct different green for this. I didn't want it to just all look the same green, which is why we're using Old Olive. It's more of like an earthy green, which I think works well. All right, light Old Olive, and we're just going to fill in the rest of that and just blend out some of those lines. You can go over those lines and just make sure that they get nice and blended. You know, you could also color this with your watercolor pencils or just watercolor this. That would be really cute too. All right, and that's it. Super cute little images. They are so fun. Once you start coloring them, you'll make a whole bunch of them. And if you love these, I'm going to be featuring this stamp set, the Sweet Pea stamp set, in August. Oh, let me zoom out a little. I'm going to be featuring this in August for a class to go. So if you love this, you might want to grab this stamp set now. Grab it during your bonus days because then you can earn those coupons. All right. Now, like I told you, you're going to fussy cut these, but through the magic of television, I have those ready to go. So we have those. Zoom in just, oh, nope, not too, that way. Zoom in just a little bit. Okay. So we have our little peas ready to go. Let's pull in our little white pieces here. There we go. And dimensionals on the back of these. So just one on the back of this guy. And he goes on the front one, just kind of overlapping those stems of those leaves. So we have 3 different greens on here. We have that lemon lime twist, the Granny Apple Green, and then the Old Olive on this one. But they all work together in this, so it's really cute. All right, a couple dimensionals on the back of this one. And this one just goes on here, just over those leaves, just like that. All right, adhesive on the back of this guy. And this one goes in the middle. Now, when we adhere this one down, we want to make sure that it's kind of lining up with the pretty and pink piece. So you don't see the white piece when the card is completely closed. So I'm just going to take this and just make sure that it's like nice and lined up with that pretty and pink piece. Just like that. They're cut the same size, so they should line up, and then you can just press it down. And it should all sit flat. Isn't that fun? Whoop. So fun. Okay, this one goes on to, you could pop this up with dimensionals as well if you wanted. No judgment here. That one goes on there just like that. So cute. All right, now a couple finishing touches. I have a little bow that I have tied with our white baker's twine from our Essentials twine pack. And I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of that. Grab my scissors, pull that off. And because it's a little bow, I'm just going to fold the little glue dot tabs over it. And I'm just going to stick that down just on the, kind of in the center of that Heartfelt Hexagon tab. I'm going to trim these ends just a little bit. They're a little long. I knew they were long, but I wanted to get it on the card before I trimmed them. That way it didn't go too far. All right, so the little bow there. And then we're going to finish off this card with a few little sequins. So these are the shiny sequins, and I think these are, I hope these are still available in the online store. These were an online exclusive that was launched, I want to say at the last online exclusive launch, but I'm not positive, but I love these. These colors are phenomenal. You can use either this orange one, which coordinates really well with that peach pie. You can even probably get away with the yellow ones. I'm going to use the green ones. This pink might be a little bit too pink, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm just doing 3 of them, just right on the front. Move these out of the way. And that completes our pop-up Z-fold card. Isn't that adorable? I love, love, love how it just, both layers kind of pop up. You still have some room for writing. You can always leave this one blank if you wanted to write on that. You could always write on the back, whatever you want to do. But super cute little pop-up card. I hope you guys like this one. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to be back next week. Actually, I will be back next week. Do I have a sample? I don't have one near me, but I have an adorable teeny tiny little treat box you guys are gonna love, so make sure to join me next week. It'll probably be another pre-recorded video. This has been working well for me. I hope you guys enjoy these as well. Lots of fun inspiration for you guys. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a very safe 4th of July tomorrow. Don't forget to check out those brand new online exclusives and start earning those bonus dollars in my online store. I do have a host code for the month, and that is in the video description as well. Thank you so much. Please make sure to subscribe to this video so you never miss a video. That really helps my business grow. It tells YouTube that you like my projects and you want to see more. So go ahead and subscribe to that video and share it with a friend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.